Vanessa, is now a good time? Hi, Patricia, what's the matter? You know, I'm going to ask something a bit strange. Have you talked to the police about my son lately? Police? No. Why do you ask? I see. Actually, yesterday, a man in his 50s claiming to be a police officer came to my house. He said he wanted to see my son and asked me to tell him where he was. He wanted to see Andrew? It's strange no matter how you look at it, right? So I sent him away, of course. I thought maybe something had happened at your place, so I decided to contact you. I'm also surprised. I never heard anything about it. Is it a scam or something? That could be it. I don't know how they got our address either. Be careful at your place too. Okay, I will. Thank you for letting me know. Please be careful and keep your doors locked too.
Are you James Reynolds' wife? We are arresting your husband. Please cooperate with our investigation.
What? What's this out of the blue? Is this a scam?
No, I am a police officer.
Why would a police officer contact me by text? I mean, how did you get my contact information?
That's confidential.
Isn't that an invasion of privacy?
In the context of a police investigation, such concerns are irrelevant. You are obligated to cooperate.
Really? Even if you claim to be the police over the text, I can't trust it at all.
Then please take a look at this.
What? What's this picture that you just sent me?
It's a police ID.
Police ID? Do the police nowadays show their ID as a picture?
Yes, because digitalization has advanced in recent years. Anyway, we're arresting your husband. Please, tell us where he is.
I can't give you my husband's information just like that. I mean, you seem suspicious.
What? Accusing a police officer of being suspicious? I could arrest you for obstructing justice.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I understand. But first, can you tell me what my husband is accused of? Did he commit a serious crime?
Your husband is a fraudster who tricked people out of $10 million. There's a warrant out for his arrest, so we're arresting him.
What? $10 million?
It's shocking, isn't it? Your husband is a high-ranking member of a global fraud organization. He's swindling large sums of money from innocent elderly people.
I didn't know. When was this?
As recently as yesterday.
What? Yesterday?
There have been over 20 cases this month.
Today is the 21st. So, does that mean my husband has been committing fraud every day? That's frightening. By the way, this fraud organization, when did they start operating?
Since a year ago.
What? Really?
Shocking, isn't it? Your husband has been involved in a major crime for that long.
I'm really shocked.
So please help us with our investigation. Tell us where your husband is.
I understand, but I don't know where he is. He hasn't been home in a while.
Perhaps he's afraid of the police and is on the run. Well then, please tell us your home address.
What? Why? My husband isn't at home, so why do you need the address?
There's a possibility that he left some evidence at home. We'll need to conduct a search of your residence.
I understand. Our address is... Patricia, a self-proclaimed police officer contacted me too.
I knew it. Did they check your house? Are you okay?
The police didn't come directly to my house but sent the message. The police asked me for my address, but I quickly told them the address of a pizza place I saw on a flyer nearby. Well done. Did they say anything about Andrew? Apparently, Andrew was a high-ranking member of a fraud organization.
What?
And he's been active for a year. And it looks like he's tricking people out of $10 million. They said there was a warrant for his arrest, and they were looking for him.
What? I can't believe it. Pulling off $10 million is quite a talent.
That's true, but how did they know my contact information and your address?
I hate to think about it, but could that self-proclaimed police officer be someone related to our relatives or friends?
If so, there's no way that the police officer doesn't know about Andrew.
That's right.
They visited your house suddenly, but if they ask for my address, it means they don't know where I live, I guess. That also feels a bit off.
Oh, wait a minute.
What's wrong?
There's news about a fraud organization right now. They've been active for a year, and the total damage is $10 million. Isn't this the same information as what you mentioned earlier?
It does seem that way. I thought it was all made up. It seems like the fraud organization actually exists.
I wonder what their purpose is.
At first, I thought they were going to ask for alimony or hush money. But he didn't seem like the type to want money. Anyway, they're insistent on knowing where Andrew is.
I wonder what he wants to do by looking for Andrew.
What could it be?
I don't know. I can't figure it out at all.
It's like a mystery novel.
Oh, wait. Mystery novel?
What now?
I've got it. They know our address but not yours. Someone who doesn't know what happened to Andrew. I might have an idea.
Really?
Yes. I don't know why he knows your contact information or why he's looking for Andrew, but
I think that's enough of a clue. Can you tell me more about it?
Hey, you really fooled me last time.
Oh, hello. Any update on the case?
So, you are just going to pretend that you didn't lie? This is serious obstruction of justice. Do you understand that?
What are you talking about?
I went to the address you gave me the other day. It was a pizza place.
What? I'm sorry, I made a mistake.
How do you mix up your home address with the pizza places? I'm pretty sure it was on purpose. Don't mess around.
I'm not. I really made a mistake.
We don't have time. Come on, give me the right address.
Are you in a hurry?
Yes, I am.
Why?
There's information that the fraud organization is escaping overseas. We need to catch your husband and bring down the entire fraud organization before that happens.
That's tough, but I don't think my husband has a passport.
Of course, they will go to overseas illegally. A criminal organization wouldn't leave the country in a normal way.
I guess so, but are you sure you're allowed to tell me that? Isn't that an internal police secret?
You're a cooperating witness, so it's fine.
Don't you think that I'm working with my husband?
According to the investigation, you are not a suspect, so it's okay.
I see. Wow, just as I thought. People inside the organization are well informed.
What do you mean?
You're a member of that fraud organization, right? I don't know why you're targeting my husband, but when you were acting, you accidentally revealed the details about the organization you're really a part of. You even mentioned plans for illegal immigration and fleeing the country. You're too dumb, aren't you?
I'm a police officer. You, the wife of a fraudster, intend to defy a police officer like me?
You are not a police officer. Don't you ever call my husband a fraudster.
You said your husband hasn't been home lately. That's evidence of something suspicious.
My husband has already passed away.
What?
I never said anything about my husband being alive, did I? The reason he hasn't come home is because he's dead.
He's dead? When?
About a year ago. He was hit by a truck and passed away. If it's true that he's still alive and committing fraud, I'd rather want to see my husband.
If he's dead, why didn't you tell me first? Were you deceiving me? Don't mess around.
There's no need to tell a clearly suspicious person. And I didn't lie to you. You just misunderstood on your own. If you call yourself a police officer, you need to act smarter. Right, Mr. Morgan Johnson?
What? How did you know my name?
56 years old, single, officially unemployed. In reality, you're a member of a fraud organization. You're the one with a warrant out for your arrest.
How did you?
My husband, before marrying me, used to gather with a mystery enthusiast he met online. They talked about mysteries while having tea and meals. You were there too, weren't you? You knew his parents' address, but you didn't know about his current home address. I thought it was strange that you didn't know that my husband had already passed away. It makes sense if you knew him a long time ago.
What? How did you know? Are you a detective or something?
It was my mother-in-law, not me, who figured it out. Among my husband's belongings left at his parents' house, there was a list of contacts from the Mystery Club. In it were my husband's parents' home address and your real name and address. Based on that, we asked the police to look into you. I told them that you might be connected to the fraud organization. They investigated very quickly. If you had used a fake name, it could have been more difficult, but luckily, you were foolish enough to use your real name.
That's right. Damn, I can't believe I got caught.
What? Did you think you wouldn't get caught?
Of course. The fear of getting caught will cause the fraud to fail. You have to do it confidently and boldly.
Even if you were a member of the Mystery Club, I can't believe you could only come up with such a lousy plan. My husband must be disappointed.
Shut up. I don't have a choice. Do you have any proof that your husband is dead?
What?
I need some proof. Give it to me.
I don't understand. What do you want it for?
My boss in the organization told me to take care of your husband. I've been told not to come back until I've taken care of him for sure. If I don't hurry, I won't make it in time. I'm the only one left behind.
Are you saying that people from a criminal organization want my husband's life? My husband wasn't the kind of person to earn others' resentment during his lifetime. He was kind, hardworking, and I was surprised that such a genuinely good person existed in this modern age.
All of that is just a bunch of lies. Your husband is the enemy of my boss.
Enemy?
Robert Gill is my boss's name.
Robert Gill? Really? No way.
Looks like you have some idea, huh? Robert was beaten up by your husband a year ago, and he's been swearing revenge since that day. He said he couldn't rest until he got his revenge before he left the country. So I was asked to send your husband to the afterlife.
Never thought such a coincidence would happen. Unbelievable.
What are you laughing at? Have you lost your mind after finding out the truth about your husband?
Quite the opposite. It's hilarious. Let me tell you one truth. You were abandoned by your boss.
What? What do you mean?
Maybe you're too dumb to be needed in the organization. My husband beat up your boss? Don't make me laugh. He is the murderer who hit and ran my husband with a truck a year ago.
What?
He knew my husband was dead, yet he told you not to come back until you've taken care of my husband? Doesn't this mean that's the same thing as being told not to come back for the rest of your life? right?
What? No way. That's not true. There's no way he would abandon me.
Since my husband's accident, our family has been searching for the culprit. The culprit was good at hiding, and we were at a loss. But I never expected that someone my husband knew in the past, and the person who ran over him with a truck, would turn out to be in the same fraud group. And I never thought that the culprit would approach us.
Are you going to report me?
Already did.
What?
I told you I had you investigated by the police. I told them about your organization's escape overseas, and that Robert Gill is the culprit behind my husband's accident. I told them everything. Before you escape, I'll make sure everything is brought to justice.
Oh no. I can hear the police sirens. How did they find my location?
They traced you through the various surveillance cameras, starting with the one at the pizza place. They followed surveillance camera footage from different locations, pinpointing the hotel where you are currently hiding. As expected, real police are incredibly skilled.
Damn.
Thanks to you, Officer Morgan, the organization is on the brink of collapse. And it looks like I will be able to catch the hit-and-run culprit and bring justice for my husband. Thank you very much. Please reflect on your life in jail with your boss. A few minutes later, Morgan was arrested and underwent police interrogation. Whether he was upset about being betrayed by his boss or had just accepted the situation, it seems he spilled all the information about the organization's overseas escape date, base, members, etc. Based on that, the police arrested all the members of the organization. Robert Gill was also caught and admitted his guilt. The reason why Morgan got my contact information was he posed as a police officer interrogating people near my husband's parents' home. And he managed to get my contact from our mutual friend. Though my mother-in-law and I easily saw through the shoddy police act, I was horrified that some people could not see through it. My mother-in-law and I received a reward from the police for providing information. We also received a generous amount of compensation from the perpetrator for my husband's case. While the money isn't everything, the case has been resolved, and there's a sense of relief and brightness. I believe my husband is finding comfort in heaven.
Luna, is this a good time? I have something important to tell you.
Harry, what's wrong? What's so important?
Break up with me.
What?
I don't want to be with you anymore.
Hey, what's going on all of a sudden? We had a nice date yesterday.
How dare you trick me?
What?
I just heard from a friend. You're from a single-parent family, right?
Yeah, but what about it?
What do you mean, what about it? It's so important. Why didn't you tell me before?
I'm sorry. I've been meaning to tell you. I just haven't had a chance.
Are you kidding me? I was even thinking of marrying you.
Marriage?
What, you were going out with me with no intention of getting married?
It's not that I wasn't thinking about it. We've only been dating for less than 6 months.
You're my type, so I was thinking of proposing to you soon. But if you're just living with your mother in a single family home, it's a different story. I don't want to go out with a poor woman.
Poor?
Single parent home, it means poor, right?
That's prejudice. It's true that when I was a child, I may have had it a little harder than other families. But we weren't poor. Now I work to support my mother.
You support your mother?
Yes, I do. She got very sick a few years ago and had to quit her job. It's only natural that I, as her daughter, should support her.
Then you are poor, aren't you?
Don't insist on saying we're poor. We don't have all the luxuries, but we can live a normal life.
I still can't do it. If you marry me, I'll have to take care of your mother too, won't I? I hate parasitic women like that.
I don't intend to be a parasite. I have a full-time job. I make enough to support my mother. I won't infringe on you.
You're just an office worker, right? You do desk work in a small business. You don't get paid much, so don't act like you're a big shot.
I'm not acting like I'm a big shot. You are really disrespecting me, aren't you?
Anyway, you're making me feel poor. Let's break up.
Harry, wait! Don't jump to conclusions, let's talk it over.
There's nothing to talk about with a poor woman.
Oh no.
Take care. Hey, Luna, how are you doing?
Harry, long time no see.
It's been a long time, right? It's been a year since then.
So, what do you want?
Oh, come on. Even if I don't want anything, one little text won't hurt anything, will it?
I thought you and I broke up.
Of course we broke up. Until recently we were just friends, right?
I'm busy right now. If you don't need me, I've gotta go.
Bullshit.
What?
You're not busy, are you?
Huh?
It's no use being so tough. I heard a rumor again. I heard you quit your job.
What's that? You already know about it?
You and I were in the same club in college. I still keep in touch with my friends from college. Information comes in quickly. Are you stupid?
Why?
Don't you know why? What do you think you're doing quitting your job when you're already poor? How are you going to live? Are you going to be homeless? Are you going to be on welfare?
I'm neither of those things. Even though I quit my job, I'm still working part-time.
Huh? Part-time job? Maybe you're in shock because I dumped you. You must have lost your mind. You have to support your sick mother. How are you going to survive on a part-time job?
I have enough saved up from my time as a company employee, so I'll be fine. Besides, I quit the company for a good reason.
Why did you quit?
It's none of your business, so I'm not going to tell you.
What the hell? Boring bitch. Never mind. Unlike you, I'm doing great. I met this girl at a party and we started going out. She's 3 years younger than me and really cute. And unlike you, her family is rich. If we can just get married, I'll be set for life.
Well, that's great. That's all you wanted to talk about?
What's with the cold shoulder? Why don't you at least give me an update?
You went out of your way to make fun of me, didn't you?
That's not true. I have a new girlfriend and I'm worried about my ex-girlfriend. Can't you see how kind I am?
It's none of your business. Well then, I have to go to my part-time job.
Wow, it's Sunday and you have a part-time job? No time to be poor, huh?
Whatever. It's a waste of my time to talk to you. Don't contact me again.
Okay. Thanks for working for low wages. Hey, Luna. Don't ignore me. Hey, Luna.
Yes?
Oh, I finally got a reply. Thank goodness you didn't block me. Luna, it's been a while.
Who's this?
Huh? Don't tell me you forgot about me.
It's Harry. Harry. Yes, it's Harry, isn't it? I can see your name on the display. Which Harry is it?
Are you kidding me? I told you it's your ex, Harry.
Oh, the Harry who dumped me.
That's right. I've been telling you that for a while now.
I'm sorry. I know a few other people with the same name. I haven't been in touch with you for a couple of years. I didn't know who you were.
Damn, you're a cold woman to forget your boyfriend.
No. You're not my boyfriend anymore. Don't keep calling me. I thought I told you not to contact me.
Well, that was 7 years ago, so let's just forget about it. Forget about that. You're amazing.
What?
I heard you're rich now.
Rich? What's up with you all of a sudden?
Don't play dumb with me. I heard it from a friend. You're the president now, aren't you? That's amazing. You're in your 30s and you're a woman.
You're sharp-eared as ever.
I'm a great networker, aren't I? Well, I was surprised. When I contacted you before, I heard you quit your job and were working part-time. I thought you'd be living in poverty by now. Did you quit your job to start your own business?
Yes, that's right. I was preparing to start my own business while working part-time. It was tough when I first started the company, but with the help of a lot of people, we've been able to run the business just fine.
That's great, Luna.
Yeah.
I've always thought you were a smart girl. I guess I was right after all.
Huh? What are you talking about? You've always looked down on me, calling me a poor woman.
I couldn't help it. You were poor back then. But I believed that one day you would overcome your poverty and succeed. I'm proud of you as a boyfriend.
And that's why you're not my boyfriend. Don't get smart with me now. I'm busy with work. If you don't have anything else, I'll end the conversation.
Well, wait. I've got some good news for you.
What?
I'll marry you and we'll start over.
Excuse me?
You must be so surprised. You didn't expect me to propose to you?
Yes, I was so surprised I almost fell off my chair.
Luna, you're the president. You're busy every day, right? I'll stay by your side and support you. If you want, I can be a full-time house husband. I'll even take care of your mother.
Wait a minute. You have a cute younger girlfriend, don't you?
I broke up with her a long time ago.
Oh, weren't you trying to marry into wealth?
That didn't work out. I thought she was from a good family, but she wasn't. She just dressed high-ended to get rich men.
Oh, I see.
I was totally fooled. I had no idea that she was also trying to make a fortune. I'm so sorry I fell for that woman.
Well, I guess we both have that in common. So you dumped her first?
She dumped me before I could dump her. She had no intention of marrying a regular office worker with an average income.
That's too bad.
I work for a big company. I make a decent salary. She didn't want to marry a guy in his mid-30s with a flat salary.
Wow, that's pretty harsh.
Don't worry about it. I'm free now, so we can get married anytime.
Huh?
Well, I'm looking forward to the wedding now. I'm sure you'll have a lot of guests when you're the president of a company. We'll have to find a big place for the ceremony. Where do you want to go for your honeymoon? Do you want to go abroad like a celebrity? Or do you want to go to a resort inside the country and just relax? Of course, you'll be paying for everything, so we can do whatever you want.
You know what?
I'd like to have 2 kids if possible. You have money. We'll build our own house as soon as we get married. Let's have a big yard where I can play catch with the kids. And I'd let my big dog run free in the yard. I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
Hey, just back up a moment. Stop being delusional.
What? I'm not being delusional. I'm just making plans for the 2 of us.
Our plans? You just talking about what you want to do.
Luna, there's no need to hide it. Just be honest.
Huh?
You're old enough to want to get married soon, right? You won't be able to have kids if you keep waiting.
I'm already married.
What?
I'm married, so I can't marry you. Well, not even if I was single. I have no intention of marrying you.
What did you say? I didn't hear anything about you getting married.
Oh, for someone who brags about his network? I guess you didn't get the important part.
When did you get married? Who's the guy?
5 years ago. I went to a seminar before I started my business. My husband was the instructor. We have 2 kids, by the way.
What? Wait a minute. You got married without consulting me? And what on earth do you think you're doing? Having kids too?
Huh? It's up to me whether I get married or have kids. Why do I have to consult you, a stranger?
You can't call me a stranger. I was your boyfriend up to 7 years ago.
7 years later, we're strangers.
But I still love you. I won't let you just go and get married without asking me.
What? You dumped me, so what are you talking about now?
I left you because you were poor and I had no choice. It's not that I don't like you anymore.
But you made a new girlfriend and bragged about it.
She dumped me and you're not poor anymore. You're the only one I love right now.
I don't care what you say. I'm already married.
Then leave your husband and remarry me right now.
What?
Instead of being with a man who has an unstable job as a lecturer, I'm sure you'd feel safer being married to a stable guy like me.
Not really.
Huh?
I'm financially independent. I don't plan to depend on my husband. Besides, he makes a lot more money than you do. Just because you work for a big company doesn't mean you're stable.
Oh, come on.
And my husband is nice to my mom. He's the best partner I've ever had. There's no reason to leave him.
Then what about my feelings?
Huh?
I love you. If I'm going to get married, I can't think of anyone else but you. I'm 35 and all my friends are getting married. I want to start a family too.
Then why don't you go to a party and find someone to marry?
I can't do without you. Please marry me.
I can't marry you because I'm already married.
Don't be so cold. I'm sure I can make you happier than your husband. If I get ahead, I'll even make more money than I do now. Right? Let's start over with me.
You're such an asshole.
What did you say?
You wanted to dump me because you thought I was poor. Now that I'm rich, you're all over me. You say you like me, but you don't like me. You like money.
That's not true. I really like you.
I'm wasting my time talking to you. Well then, don't contact me again.
Luna! Please marry me. Luna, how's the company doing?
Oh no, Harry.
Huh? What's the matter? What are you so surprised about?
I screwed up. I forgot to block you.
What the hell? That's terrible saying something like that directly to someone.
What do you want? If it's marriage, you'll never get it.
No, it's not. I've given up on marriage.
Then what now?
I'm going to work for your company.
What?
Actually, I'm unemployed right now.
You quit your job?
Yes, I did.
Why?
I had a little trouble with my boss. I got mad and slammed down a resignation letter, and it was accepted. I thought someone would try to stop me from quitting, but then just like that, the resignation process was underway. Damn it, I didn't think I'd actually have to quit.
You submitted your resignation voluntarily, so I guess it can't be helped.
That's why I chose your company as my new employer.
You chose? You're being pretty condescending there, aren't you?
A talented guy like me would be more than welcome, wouldn't he? I'm sure it's easier for you to work with someone you know well. It's easier for you to do your job.
Look here.
So, when do you want me to start work? I've already taken my paid vacation from my old company. I'm all set and ready to go.
I decline.
What?
We have enough employees.
Oh, come on, you won't hire me?
I doubt your mental stability when you think I would hire you at the drop of a hat.
Because I'm an elite who until recently worked for a major company. And we were even talking about marriage. You're just going to walk away?
We were last together 7 years ago. We broke up long ago. I have no obligation to hire you.
Just think about it.
Besides, you say you're brilliant. But the fact that no one stopped you when you tried to leave the company, that means you weren't very good, right?
What are you talking about? I was one of the top performers. I contributed a lot to the company.
Then there must have been something else wrong.
Oh well, anyway, help me out. When one of us is in trouble, we're both in trouble.
I don't remember you helping me.
Please, Luna. If you're not short on employees, a part-time job is fine. Just hire me.
We're good on part-timers too. Please find someplace else.
It has to be your company.
Huh? You don't have to turn to me. I'm sure there are many companies looking for employees.
Well, the thing is, no one will hire me.
Oh my goodness.
After I left my old company, I tried to get a new job, but I kept getting turned down for interviews. I can't believe it. I'm from a big company and I'm a good worker. Hiring managers at every company have poor judgment for people, don't they?
Well, it's not whether you're good or not. I guess they were more interested in your personality.
What do you mean?
Think back on how you've behaved in the past. I would never hire someone as arrogant and selfish as you.
Hey, Luna, I'm sorry about the past. Just hire me.
How many times do I have to tell you? No!
I apologize for making fun of you by calling you poor. I'm sorry I dumped you. I'm sorry about that and I want you to help me. I've almost used up all my savings. I'm in real trouble.
If you need money, why don't you do something in the labor industry? There are plenty of jobs out there if you're not choosy.
You want me to do manual labor? Give me a break. I've only worked at a desk for over 10 years. Of course, I can't do hard work.
You can stay spoiled like that forever. I'm sure you'll regret it one day when you're really poor.
I don't want to be poor. I need your help.
You'll have to do something on your own.
That's where I need your help. I'll do whatever you want, even chores.
You're persistent. This time, I'm really gonna block you. Well, goodbye.
Wait for me, Luna. Seriously? Did you really block me? Luna, don't give up on me.
After that, Harry desperately looked for a job. He managed to get hired as a field worker. However, he had neither the strength nor the guts to do the job, so he screwed up a lot. His bosses yelled at him so much, he was physically and mentally a disaster. But he had no choice but to work for a living. Rumor has it that he goes to the job site every morning, crying with his tail tucked between his legs. As for me, my company's sales have increased and the number of employees has grown. So we have moved to a new office. It is tough to raise a child while being the president of a company though. My husband is very proactive in taking care of the housework and childcare, which is a big help. My mother is also in good health these days, and when I am busy with work, she is now able to take care of our child. I would like to continue to live with my loving family, supporting each other.
Hey, Penelope. It's me, Jane. Are you free now? What the... Jane? Haha! Are you freaked out hearing from me after a long while? I thought you had blocked me. Glad we're still connected. I didn't expect you to reach out to me. I figured there was no need to block you. I mean, what you did was way out of line, you know? I thought you'd be too ashamed to contact me. But hey, maybe I underestimated you. Wait, are you still holding on to what happened 5 years ago? Obviously. You ran off with my fiancé, remember? I haven't forgiven you. Not even close. Wow, you're really persistent. It's been 5 years. Come on, move on. No way, I can't. We were about to get married and had everything set up. But then, I had to cancel the venue and explain everything to family and friends. You created a huge mess. Hey, at least it was before you got married. Dodged the divorce bullet. You should be thankful for that. Thankful? This is no laughing matter. You made Mom and Dad so upset. How can you act all chill about that? They gave me the family house as a wedding gift. They even renovated it for us. We were planning to live there. But because you stole him away, I got stuck alone in that big house. Oh, right. They moved to a smaller place, didn't they? Yeah, they did. You also stomped on their feelings. That's why they cut ties with you, didn't they? They're way too strict. I mean, it's the same guy no matter which sister he marries, right? It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Geez, that's not the point. He'll still be a son-in-law to them anyway. They're being way too dramatic about it. To cut me out over something like this? I thought they were just saying that. But they've been ignoring me for the past 5 years. Of course. It's expected after you snatched away my fiancé. So, why are you contacting me now? If it's not something super important, I'll end this chat right here. I'm just like Mom and Dad. I don't want anything to do with you if possible. Oh, come on. You're so cold. We're sisters, so it's fine to keep in touch once in a while, isn't it? Plus, I want to apologize to you. You don't need to apologize for what happened 5 years ago. If my ex-fiancé is making you happy now, that's enough for me. No, it's not about that. Then what? Michael and I broke up ages ago. Broke up? Yeah. Wait, didn't you marry him? Nah, never did. We were talking about it though. but I dumped him before we got there. Unbelievable. What happened? You went to the trouble of taking him from me and even paid compensation, but you just dumped him like that? I'll be honest with you. He didn't have much potential, you know. Oh God. You probably know best, but he had a low salary. He was your fiancé, so I pursued him. But once he became mine, I came to my senses. I realized marrying a regular guy holding a mediocre job does not have much merit. You're terrible. Seriously? Why did you even think about marrying him? What was so good about him? Well, you make good money, so I guess marrying him wouldn't have been an issue. At that time, I was in love with everything about him. I didn't care about his income. But turns out, he betrayed me, so my judgment was off. I just can't deal with a low-income guy like that. When I get married, I want to quit working and be a full-time homemaker. You're so low. So you only took him because he was my fiancé? You actually didn't have feelings for him? So what do you want to apologize for now? That I stole your fiancé again. What fiancé? I don't even have one. You don't need to lie. No, seriously. I do have a boyfriend, but we just started dating recently. We're not engaged yet. Oh, please. Stop putting up a tough front. Your fiancé's been distant lately, right? Maybe he already brought up breaking up? I'm telling you, there's no fiancé. And things are fine between my boyfriend and me. Jeez! If you keep being stubborn like that, the conversation won't move forward. So, who's this supposed fiancé you're talking about? Tell me his name. Still playing dumb, huh? It's Kevin. Kevin who? Come on, you know. Do I need to describe what he looks like? You're engaged to him, right? Hold on a sec. Let me think about all the guys I know. I still don't know anyone named Kevin. You're talking about someone I'm not acquainted with. This is hilarious! Is it? You're desperately trying to protect your pride by acting like you have no clue. Just because I stole your fiancé again. But the fact is, I did snatch him. So, let's talk assuming he's my fiancé. How did you meet him? I saw him leaving your house. He was so hot, so I went after him and struck up a conversation. And you know what? He gave me his number right away. How do you know where I live? Duh, obviously. What are you talking about? Then I started going out with him. When I told him how I felt about him, he said he liked me too. Seriously? I'm such a troublemaker, ain't I? No man can resist my charm. Even if he's engaged, he easily fell for me. Thank goodness I was born beautiful, unlike you. Sure. So, give up now and break up with him as soon as possible. I have no idea where the misunderstanding is coming from. But this time, it doesn't sound like it matters since you're not causing any harm to me. What? You're okay with losing your fiancé? I'm telling you, I don't have one. Sure, whatever. I'll let it slide this time. This conversation's going nowhere, and it's starting to annoy me. Dealing with you is exhausting, so don't contact me anymore. Don't you want compensation? Nah, don't need it. I mean, you don't have that kind of money anyway, right? I'm pretty much living hand to mouth, and to be honest, things are tough. But I can't just not take responsibility after hurting you. I can't pay it all at once, but I'll work hard and pay it in installments. I said I don't need it. Besides, I don't even have the right to receive it. Seriously? Yes. Impressive. A successful career woman is generous with money, huh? I'll take your word for it. Guess I'm getting a fiancé for free this time then. I'm confused, but suit yourself. I can't see your face now, but you must be crying and feeling devastated. Sorry for making things tough for you all the time. But hey, I'll make sure to find happiness for both of us, okay? Penelope! I was wondering who's been bombarding me with calls. You again. I've been calling you, but you don't pick up. I'm busy, you know. It's Saturday, so you don't work today. It seems like you haven't been home for a while. Where are you? I'm on a business trip. Ah, that's why. Listen, didn't I tell you not to contact me anymore? If it's about the whole took your fiancé drama, I'm not interested. It's irrelevant to me. We're not speaking in the same language, you know. No, it's not about that. I need to apologize to you again. What now? I, kinda got your house along with the fiancé. It's mine now. My house? Oopsie, sorry. I keep taking things from you, but this time, I'm taking your fiancé and a place to live. The place to live? You mean the place I live right now? Yep, that one. But you've been gone for so long, so I just took the house along with Kevin. By the way, the place is so cozy. It's the old family home where I grew up. I thought it would be falling apart, but it's been renovated beautifully. The bathroom's all new and shiny. Wait, Jane, you're inside that house? Of course! But I didn't just barge in. Kevin let me in. And guess what? We're chilling together in the living room right now. That's not my house. Oh, you're funny. Why are you still playing dumb? Actually, I'm curious. Why do you think it's my house? Whose else could it be? This is our family home. You got it from our parents, and now you're living with Kevin, right? But he's mine now. You're dumped. Please move out as soon as possible. Oh yeah, I'll quickly pack your stuff together. When you're back from your trip, make sure to swing by and pick it up, okay? Wait, Jane, don't touch anything. Why not? Do you still have feelings for Kevin or something? There's just too much stuff here, and it's in the way. I want to clean up. None of that is mine. Yeah, right. I don't live there anymore. Can you stop desperately lying? You've got it all wrong. That house isn't mine anymore. I sold it a year ago. What? It was too big for me, so I live in an apartment now. Mom and Dad were okay with selling it. What do you mean you sold it? Aren't you living here with Kevin? God, no. I don't know who this Kevin guy is. Does he live there? Yeah. He's living here with his fiancée. And he said she was away on a business trip for a while. She isn't me. If you still doubt it, ask him for her name. Oh no! I asked him for his fiancé's name. It wasn't you. See, I told you. Sounds like you've got it all twisted. But, come on! How was I supposed to know that you sold the house? Well, it's been 5 years since we cut off contact, so I guess you couldn't have known. It was sold to a real estate agency a year ago. I had no idea who moved in afterward, but apparently it's a couple who are engaged. You're kidding me! So I didn't steal Kevin from you, but from someone I don't even know? That sounds right. Oh no! What am I going to do? It's gonna be a mess when she comes back. Yeah, probably. Help me! No way. I'm out of state on a business trip. But Kevin's planning to break up with her and marry you, right? If he's made up his mind, maybe you just let him handle her? I mean, I'm thinking about marriage, but we haven't made any promises yet. He told me that she won't be back for a while, and he suggested we live together during that time. That sounds like he's just playing with you. But he said he loves me. I don't know, but I have a feeling there's going to be disaster waiting for you. I want no part in it. Wait! Penelope! Bye. Penelope, help! Please, pick up the phone. Seriously, that's enough. What do you want now? I'm in trouble. Kevin's girlfriend just came back. Oh, she's back already? Wasn't she supposed to be away on a long business trip? Someone spilled about him cheating. She went ballistic and returned earlier than expected. So, did you bump into her? No, I haven't seen her yet. I'm hiding in the upstairs bathroom, but she'll find me soon. She's going nuts, searching every room right now. Wow, that sounds intense. What should I do in this situation? Is there any way to sneak out without her noticing? Considering the layout of the house, sneaking out from the second floor isn't feasible. You might just have to go out and apologize. I don't want to. I'm scared. She'll go berserk on me. Well, what do you expect? You went after a guy who's engaged. It's inevitable. I thought he was with you. I'm speechless. Are you implying it's okay to steal a guy if it's me? Even though it happened to you 5 years ago, you're still chatting with me like now. I thought, with time, you'd forgive me again. Stop underestimating me. I haven't forgiven you, and I won't in the future. Oh, shoot! What? I hear her coming up the stairs. Well then, I'm out. Wait! Help me! What should I even say to apologize to her? Figure it out yourself. Penelope! Oh no, this isn't really happening. Morning, Penelope. Oh, Jane. Glad you're okay. I thought maybe you got beaten up and ended up in the hospital or something. I'm fine, but Kevin and I got kicked out of the house. Turns out, his girlfriend bought it and it's in her name. So she told us to get out. We're at my apartment right now. Allowing a mistress into a house bought by her is quite tactless of him. Well, at least both of you are okay, right? It's not okay at all. She's demanding money from us. Understandable. You snatched someone else's fiancé. Both of you need to own up. You were planning to pay me initially, so it's not really surprising, is it? But Kevin works part-time, not a full-time employee. It seems he doesn't have that much money. Didn't you know that and still stay with him? I had no idea. I was told he was working for a big company, so I thought he was making good money. But turns out, he's just doing odd jobs as a part-timer. Well, if he's working in a big company, technically it's not a lie. So he wants me to pay for him. I got totally fooled. I don't have that much money either. But you're at fault too for being deceived. You just need to pay up. So, I have a favor to ask? Oh no. Can you lend me some money? No way. I'll pay it back, I promise. Yeah, right. Why not? Your only sister's in trouble. You have to help me. I don't think of you as my sister. All of this is your own doing, isn't it? No, please. You have some financial flexibility, so help me a bit. I have no interest in giving a single cent to a woman who enjoys destroying other people's lives. You're so stingy. I'm fine with being stingy. Figure it out yourselves since it's your mess. I have to go back to work now. Wait, Penelope! Help me! Jane took on loans and paid the wedding cancellation and other related charges to the fiancé. Kevin moved into her apartment, but she got fed up with him not trying to work, kicked him out, and broke up with him. At last, she realized she had enough of aiming for my fiancé. However, that realization came too late, and she ended up with a tragic outcome. The rumors about her trying to steal a man who was engaged spread at her workplace, making it uncomfortable for her to continue working, which led to her resigning. Furthermore, struggling to repay debts, she fell behind on rent, leading to eviction from the apartment she lived in. The troubled Jane persistently contacted both our parents and me, but obviously we ignored her. With nowhere to go, she's been couch surfing, living a life akin to homelessness. As for her ex, Kevin, I have no clue where he is or what he's up to, but he probably isn't leading a decent life. As for me, I got engaged to my boyfriend, and we're getting married soon. 5 years ago, I was at rock bottom, having my fiancé taken by Jane, but now I'm filled with happiness. After marriage, we plan to move to his hometown, so I don't have to worry about her targeting me again. My parents are overjoyed about my impending marriage, and I genuinely want to build a warm family this time around.
Sorry, Tom. I'm going to be working late again today.
Understood. Are you okay? According to the weather forecast, it's going to snow heavily later today. You shouldn't stay too late.
It's the busy season. Anyway, will you do me a favor?
A favor?
I was in a rush this morning and left my house key.
Oh, I see. Then I'll stay up and wait for you. Just let me know when you come home. Around midnight?
Yes, thanks.
Don't worry about it. Good luck at work.
Hey, Tom, I'm home. Can you open the door? Tom, are you asleep?
No, I'm awake.
Will you unlock the door? It's freezing outside and it's snowing like crazy. It's minus 10 degrees.
Sorry, I can't.
What?
I'm at my parents'. I'm not home.
At your parents'? I see. Your car is gone. Why?
I'm worried about Mom, of course. She's been living alone since my dad passed away last year. I feel bad for her to be left alone on such a cold and snowy day.
But you said you'd wait at home until I got home. Don't you care about me?
I don't care about you. Why don't you sleep in the yard?
I can't sleep outside on a snowy day like this. Fine then. I keep a duplicate key hidden under a flower pot for emergencies. What? No way. Where's my key?
Are you an idiot? Of course I have it.
Why would you do that? I don't get it.
What? I'm the one who doesn't get it, you idiot.
Huh? Are you calling me an idiot?
It's almost Christmas time and you're leaving your husband alone, going to work early in the morning every day and coming home later at night. You are a terrible wife. You deserve to be in the snowy yard to reflect on your mistake.
I'll freeze to death. It's the end of the year. It's the busiest time. You know how busy my work is every year at this time, don't you? Why do you suddenly start talking like that?
What do you mean by busiest time? I know you're seeing someone.
What?
I saw you the other day. You and a young man walking together.
When was that? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me. Just sit in the yard and think about what you've done. A cheating wife like you should freeze to death.
Hey, Tom, please answer me. It's an emergency. Our neighbor found a woman in our front yard. She told me that a woman was lying in the snow. She called an ambulance since we weren't home at that time. When I asked her about the woman's description, she looked just like your mom. You're with her, aren't you? Is she okay? I don't know what's going on, but I'm on my way to the hospital anyway. Call me when you see this.
So, a woman was taken to the hospital last night? Was she in critical condition? You are a horrible woman to go that far to try to bring me back.
Huh?
You even got our neighbor involved. Aren't you embarrassed as a wife? Did you think you could take me back by using my mother as an excuse? That's ridiculous. You are cheating on me, aren't you?
Did you see the message I sent you yesterday? I'm at the hospital now.
So what?
Your mother told me everything. You planned that, didn't you?
Huh?
I was wondering what was going on because you suddenly started accusing me of cheating. But it was you who was cheating on me.
Huh? You're the one who cheated on me. Why are you blaming me?
Your mom was in a dangerous situation last night. She's recovered enough to have a conversation. She remembers what happened last night and told the police about it.
What? The police? What she's talking about? There's no evidence.
If you're going to play dumb, I'll explain it to you. Yesterday afternoon, your mother saw you cheating on me and told you to apologize to me. You forced her to get in your car in the snow. She would have been in danger if it hadn't been for our neighbor across the street. You told her to forget what she saw and said something terrible such as freeze to death. She walked to our place to tell me what happened. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. She was waiting for me in the yard, freezing and buried in the snow. If it hadn't been for our neighbor across the street, she would have been in real danger.
No way. That's not possible. You're saying I dumped my mom in the street? And then I said a terrible thing to her and let her buried in the snow? I went all the way to her house to check on her because I was worried. I am the best son ever.
How dare you blabber about things like that?
I won't allow you to give false statements to the police. Do you have any proof?
Your mother is a victim. She has scars and bruises. She's better now, so she can give credible testimony.
That's a lie.
We can't prove your verbal abuse towards your mother, but I have the messages you sent me. A cheating wife like you should freeze to death, right? At least we have hard evidence. You're the kind of person who talks like that.
What's that got to do with anything? Can you prove I said the same thing to my mother?
You knew I left the house without my keys. You intentionally took my duplicate key, didn't you? Depending on how you look at it, this could also be seen as part of your attempted murder to freeze me to death.
What do you mean?
I've submitted your message to the police as evidence.
Okay, I'm sorry about the outburst, but you have no proof anywhere that I was cheating on you. I just lost my temper because my mom accused me of cheating, which was untrue. Just that.
The woman you're cheating with? Her name is Iris, isn't it?
What? No way. How did you even know her name?
Do you admit you had an affair with her?
No, it's nothing.
Well, it's a little late for that.
Huh?
How long do you think it's been since the incident? Don't you think I've already done some research?
What the hell? If you have something to say, say it.
You're at her place right now, aren't you?
Huh?
The police are on their way there now.
The police? Why?
Because it's an attempted murder, of course. We've already ensured no one is at your parents' house. We know you took your car too.
Seriously?
Your mom saw you cheating yesterday afternoon. Surveillance cameras at the restaurant caught you two on a date.
Iris has nothing to do with it. Please, don't call the police.
Iris's father is an executive of a company, right? Your company does business with them, right?
How do you know?
The executive know that his daughter is having an affair with his business partner, and he finds out that you left your mother and wife out in the snow to freeze to death. I wonder how he'd feel.
Okay, I'll divorce you.
Why do you think you have a right to make a decision? Don't get me wrong, your mother and I are leaving you. You will pay your mother alimony for the attempted murder, and me for cheating. I'll make sure you'll pay for what you did.
Wait a minute. Alimony is too much. After all, my mom is okay. You'll be fine if I divorce you, right? I'm getting married to Iris. You can live your life as you like.
Marry Iris? Are you seriously saying that?
Of course I am. Unlike you, a wife who works all the time and leaves her husband alone, Iris wants to be a full-time housewife and cooks me delicious meals every day. She says she loves me. She's like an angel.
An angel, huh?
What's funny?
The only reason she can be an angel is because she has money. She can spend her daddy's money like it's gonna go out of trend. That's why she is nice to you, who doesn't have the resources to support a family by himself. If she loses her father's backing, a bum like you will be the first one to be dumped. Rumor has it that Iris has many wealthy patrons.
Patrons? No, that's impossible. She said I'm the only one she loves.
Also about your mom, she's not in a life-threatening condition, but she'll stay here for a while. She has mild frostbite on her hands and feet and will need medical treatment. She will ask you through her lawyer to pay for her treatment. Your mother doesn't consider you her son anymore. She is upset to know that you are the kind of man who would cheat on his wife. Instead of showing remorse, you let your mom buried in the snow. And to top it off, you blamed me for the affair I didn't commit and locked me out of the house. Your mom is very upset.
Oh no. Okay, I apologize. I'm going to the hospital. Just tell me which one.
Why should I tell you that? You won't be able to come anyway.
What?
I told you the police are on their way. They should be there anytime soon.
Oh, wait. I hear the sirens.
I wanted you to be there until they got there. I was trying to buy some time. Thank God you're too stupid to notice that.
Wait a minute. What's going to happen to me?
Who cares?
You should. Don't you think you're being a little cold? I'm your husband.
My frustration level is about to hit its limit. I'll just have to go through a lawyer.
Lawyer? That's too much. You still love me, right? You're trying to get my attention by making a big deal out of it, aren't you? Alright then. I'm not divorcing you.
Shut up already.
What?
Well, goodbye then. The police raided Iris's house and got Tom and Iris. Iris knew Tom was married, but she didn't know about the incident. She became furious with Tom and told her father. Iris's father ended his business with Tom's company, and Tom was fired. I, of course, divorced Tom. His mother also disowned him. The court ordered Tom to pay compensation for the affair and a large amount of alimony and medical expenses for his mother. Now he is working day and night to pay us. I keep my friendship with Tom's mother and continue to work as hard as ever.
Hey, honey, do you have time now?
Yeah, sure. Have you finished work already?
Well, actually, my boss suddenly asked me to go on a business trip just now.
Business trip?
Sorry, I couldn't refuse it, even though it's a critical time. Someone in my department quit without a notice. I tried negotiating with him to see if there was anyone else who could go. But it's a busy time for the company, and everyone's stretched thin, you know? I have no choice but to go.
Oh, bummer. But hey, work's work. You can't help it. So, when are you leaving?
Well, tomorrow.
What?
I know. I'll have to catch the first Amtrak in the morning.
Baby's due date's in a week, you know. It's my first time. It feels daunting without you around.
Yeah, I know. I don't feel right if you're alone during labor. Is it possible for your mom to come and stay with you?
Well, ideally, I'd want to ask her, but she's taking care of my grandpa, so it might be difficult. Considering that I gave up on staying with her before childbirth, you know?
In that case, I'll explain the situation to my mom and ask her to be prepared just in case something happens. Fortunately, she's just a 5-minute drive away. She adores you, so I'm sure she'll agree to help.
Oh, that'll be great. Thanks, hon.
And I'll try to wrap up the trip early somehow.
But don't push yourself too hard, okay? It wouldn't be good if you fell ill or something.
Yeah, I know. Love you.
Hi, Molly. It's been a while. Oh, wow, Vanessa, a long time indeed. It's been like 3 years since last time, right? Geez, has it been that long? Your kids must have grown a lot. Yep, my oldest is already an 8th grader, so I'm actually reaching out today because I have a favor to ask about the kids. Okay. You're on maternity leave and staying at home, right? Yeah, that's true. And Hayden's away right now, yeah? He's on a business trip. What about it? Oh, what luck. Excuse me? If that annoying brother of mine isn't around, there's no need to hold back, you know. I'm going to drop off my kids there now, so look after them. Wait, are you serious? Are you back at your parents' place? I had a fight with my husband and got kicked out of the house, so I came back for the time being. Since you're living nearby, it would be a waste not to take advantage of that and have you babysit them while I go out. No way. My due date's in a week and I could go into labor any time. So what? If contractions start, just call a cab and head to the hospital. What about your kids during that time? You have like 7 of them. It's fine. The older ones can take care of the younger ones. That's so irresponsible. So I'm heading your way now. No, wait. Vanessa, even if you bring the kids here, I can't take care of them. Vanessa, how could you just leave your 7 kids behind without notifying me? What the heck are you thinking? Thanks for taking care of the kids today. It was such a relief to get a break and spread my wings a bit. You're unbelievable. Leaving the kids at my doorstep without even letting me know? Come on, if I let you know, you'd refuse, right? But if you see your nieces and nephews right in front of you, you can't just ignore them. So I decided to leave them quietly. What if I hadn't noticed them for a while? Were you planning to make them wait outside for hours? Oh, come on. The oldest is 15, you know. She would have buzzed the doorbell or knocked on the door. It's outrageous to leave 7 kids with me. It's just for one day, no big deal. They started playing tag inside the house and went out of control. Also, they tried eating stuff from the fridge and rummaged through shelves with valuable items. With my huge full-term belly, I can't chase after these agile kids. It was chaos and I was so exhausted that I passed out after they left. Oh yeah, and? What do you mean? I deal with that kind of chaos every single day. Don't complain after watching them for just a day. But I'm approaching the due date. Oh please, don't fake being sick or something just because you're close to giving birth, okay? I can see through your act. After all, I've given birth to 7 kids. I can tell when someone's faking it. It's not a fake sickness. Everyone has their own discomforts, and I don't want to be compared to your time. Pregnancy isn't an illness, so why are you being so naive? Anyway, I'll drop them off again tomorrow, so be ready. What? Oh, by the way, Mom caught a cold and is bedridden right now. Oh no. And since Dad's taking care of her at home, don't think of relying on them. Please take care of my kids responsibly. No way. I absolutely can't tomorrow. Please, don't just leave them behind again.
How are you doing, hon? Oh, maybe you're asleep? I wanted to message you earlier, but work dragged on. Sorry for getting in touch late.
Honey, so glad to hear from you.
Oh, good to see your reply. How's everything on your end? It seems I won't be able to head back for a while. If you're in a bind, contact Mom right away, okay?
Honey, I need help.
What's going on?
Vanessa had a fight with her husband and got kicked out of the house. She's back home with your parents right now.
Oh my god.
She left her 7 kids at my doorstep and went off somewhere to hang out.
What the? I mean, you guys weren't that close, were you? Why would she turn to you instead of Mom and Dad?
According to her, it's lucky that her annoying brother is away on a business trip.
Seriously, was she just waiting for me to be away?
I couldn't leave the kids outside, so I had to let them in the house. I thought of asking your mom for help, but Vanessa said not to rely on her since she's sick and your dad's taking care of her.
Really? I haven't heard anything about her being sick.
So she plans to leave her kids with me again tomorrow.
We have to stop that at all costs. I'll reach out to her and warn her not to bother you again. I'll try to get in touch with my parents just in case. When I called Mom yesterday, she sounded perfectly fine. I don't think she's so sick that she needs nursing.
Thanks, honey. Let me know how it goes. Hi, Molly. I left the 7 kids at your doorstep again. Take care of them for me. Wait, Vanessa, you weren't supposed to do that today. I know you snitched on me to Hayden. Well, he called me last night and gave me an earful. He thinks I'm doing something horrible to his wife in the last month of pregnancy. It isn't an illness, but he's overly soft on you about it. You were warned not to bother me, right? So why did you bring the kids again today? I have plans with a friend, so what am I supposed to do? I told him I wouldn't trouble you anymore and apologized, just to shut him up. I gotta show a bit of subservience, or he won't shut up. But whether I actually obey is another story, you know. He's away on a business trip and can't keep an eye on me. So yeah, I'm heading out to have fun, take good care of my kids again. I seriously can't help you today. I told you faking an illness is useless yesterday. I need an ambulance right away. Huh? I felt a strange pressure in my stomach moments ago, and now something like water came out. What? Your water broke? I think so. I have to go to the hospital now. I can't take care of your kids. Come get them quickly. But I'm already on my way to meet my friend. I can't come back now. I'm counting on you to take care of them. Hey, Molly, I come to pick up the kids, but the door is locked. Are they inside? Hello? Did you take them with you to the hospital? Well, if you're looking after them, that's fine. But it'll be a hassle if they went missing or something. Can you at least tell me where they are? Hey, Molly!
Vanessa?
Oh, Molly, finally replied. What have you been up to? Where are my kids?
It's not her, it's Hayden.
Oh, Hayden. Why are you using her phone?
She just gave birth and is sleeping in the hospital room.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep her phone for a few days in case you try to contact her.
But...
You showed up out of nowhere and wreaked havoc on my precious wife.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm by her side now.
How? You were supposed to be away for another week.
I cut the trip short and rushed back. Mom called me this morning. Molly called to tell her that her water had broken. She rushed over and drove her to the hospital. And guess what? She found your kids at our doorstep. She asked Dad to take them to their house. What the heck were you thinking? I mean, I just told you not to leave the kids with Molly yesterday.
Don't get so worked up. I heard everything was fine with her pregnancy and didn't think her water would break.
What the heck? You've been through childbirth. You should know it's not unusual for a baby to come earlier. I managed to cut the trip short and head straight to the hospital. Luckily, I made it just in time for the birth. Forcing the heavily pregnant Molly to deal with 7 unruly kids was outrageous.
Jeez, she was just lounging around at home, so I thought I'd give her some parenting practice. It was my way of kindness.
That's rubbish.
Hey!
This so-called kindness of yours put her in a tough spot during her late pregnancy. I won't let you get away with it, so brace yourself.
Ugh, whatever. Families should help each other when in need. And the baby was born safely in the end, so there's no point in hammering me.
Sounds like you don't grasp the gravity of your action. Talking to you won't solve anything. I'll handle this my way. How are you feeling, hun?
I'm alright. Looks like we'll be discharged tomorrow as planned.
That's a relief. Sorry for the trouble caused by my sister. I had firmly told her not to go to you, so I never expected her to bring the kids again the next day. I let my guard down as she sounded sorry.
It's not your fault. I also didn't expect her to leave the kids behind 2 days in a row. But thanks to your mom's quick response, the delivery went smoothly.
Yeah, she wasn't actually sick and bedridden as Vanessa claimed. So after you're discharged, I'm wondering if you could stay with your parents for a few days.
Why?
I've already gotten their permission.
Is something wrong?
Well, Vanessa seemed to have caused quite a mess. I'm perplexed right now. I'll explain in detail once things settle down. There's a chance she might show up at our place in a panic, so I want you and the baby to be safe for a while.
But my mom's busy with caregiving, so she might not be able to help me with the baby.
Oh, that's fine. While you're there, your sister promises to come over and help you guys. You know she and her husband don't have kids yet, so she's okay with leaving home for a few days.
Oh, that's sweet of her. By the way, how are Vanessa's kids doing now?
They're being taken care of at my parents' place.
Your parents are looking after them now?
Don't worry about our side, hon. Prioritize resting and taking care of yourself.
Thanks, love. So I'll wait for the update.
Sorry for causing all this trouble.
Hayden!
Yes, Vanessa? What's up? You sound flustered.
I'm back at my house now, but Alex isn't here. There's a note on the coffee table saying I'm divorcing you. Why would he suddenly want a divorce? I've been calling and texting, but I can't reach him at all. Do you know where he is?
I'm surprised too. I never expected you to be having an affair, and the person you're involved with is married too, right?
Oh, how do you know about it? I thought it would never get out.
You said you had a fight with Alex and went back to mom and dad's, but you weren't really there, right? You left your kids with Molly to hang out with your boyfriend. Apparently, Alex has been suspicious of you for a while. When you said you'd take all the kids back to the parents' place, he consulted me. So I hired a private investigator to look into you.
You went to that extent?
Of course, Alex was on board. Mom and dad are strict, so leaving all 7 kids and hanging around would never fly. But you knew that Molly, being the kind soul she is, couldn't refuse you. You deliberately didn't leave the kids with their parents, but brought them to her. Despite the volatility of the situation, given my absence while she was about to give birth. If anything had happened to her or the baby during this time, how did you plan to take responsibility for that?
Stop it! I've been raising my kids with all my heart until now. So what's wrong with blowing off steam once in a while?
Cheating on your spouse with a married man isn't just blowing off steam, you know.
But a divorce is overreacting. We have 7 kids together.
Alex plans to ask for alimony from you.
No freaking way!
Why wouldn't he? You betrayed him big time.
You think I'll be able to pay for that? I'm a homemaker. I don't work.
Just so you know, neither dad nor mom, and definitely not me, have any intention of helping you. You'll have to figure this out on your own.
Oh, come on. Fine, not a big deal. If he really wants a divorce, I'll give it to him. After all, my boyfriend's an elite working at a big company. He'll pay for it in the blink of an eye.
Oh, I hear he's getting fired.
What?
Found out through a private investigator. Turns out he was sent to the current branch due to past troubles at the company. It's like he barely saved his job. Despite that, he was skipping work to hang out with you. I'm sure he can't get away from serious disciplinary action.
OMG.
And also, it seems he's in debt from gambling. He might not even have the money to pay his wife's alimony.
No way. Hayden.
Just to be clear again, neither I nor dad or mom have any intention of helping you. You're on your own.
Darn it. Oh, I got it. If I can get child support, I can offset it against the alimony, right?
You won't get child support.
Why not?
Don't tell me you plan on taking custody of the kids yourself.
Of course, I'm their mother.
So do you know where they are right now?
Oh, that. No one told me, and I've been really worried. They're not with mom and dad. Where are they?
They're with Alex.
Oh no. Who permitted you to do that? Their custody should be discussed between me and Alex.
Shut up. You don't seem to have any intentions of properly raising them. You left the kids with Molly, who was in her final week of pregnancy, just so you could spend time with your boyfriend. After she was taken to the hospital, you just left them with our parents, without visiting even once.
But...
Talking to you is pointless. I've realized that once again this time.
Wait a sec.
I'm done. I'll cut ties with you.
No way.
Have a good life.
After Vanessa got kicked out of her house permanently, she tried to move in with her parents. However, they didn't tolerate what she had done and denied her. Obviously, Alex has got custody of the kids. They're currently living with his parents while getting help from them. Vanessa was charged with alimony and child support. Being a homemaker without any savings, she ended up taking out a loan to make these payments. I heard she started a live-in job to repay the debt, but she doesn't have much money left after that. She used to enjoy splurging and having fun, but now she gets no room for self-indulgence. She pretty much has to lay low and be responsible. On the other hand, I'm in a complete frenzy with my first time parenting. Thanks to Hayden, who's actively helping with housework and babysitting, I'm enjoying this new chapter of my life. Having 7 kids like Vanessa would be a bit too much for us. But we love kids, so we're thinking of trying for another one someday.
Bob, what should I do? It's an emergency. Please call me.
I'm on the train to my client's place, so I can't answer the phone. What's the emergency?
Bob, thank God, I got through to you. I just went outside because the delivery guy just came. There was a little girl in front of her house. I don't know, maybe she is 3 years old. While I was dealing with the courier, she came inside our house. I was going to call the police, but I asked her why she came to our house. She said, "You brought her here?" Is that true, Bob? Do you know something?
Yeah, I left her in front of her house. That kid is my sister's. She wants you to take care of her.
What? When did she get married? And she gave birth a few years ago, right? Never heard of it. I didn't even congratulate her.
Huh? Didn't I tell you? She lives out of the state, and we hardly ever see each other. She's so busy, she hardly ever visits our parents. The last time you saw her was at our wedding, right?
I think so.
Then it's been about 5 years, right? She could get married and had kids, right? I forgot to tell you because she didn't have a wedding. Besides, her husband cheated on her, and they divorced right away.
Well, then I understand what's going on. But why would you leave her child without telling me? Don't you feel sorry for this girl? Besides, I have a job too. I can't take care of her. You should have talked to me.
You started working from home last month, right? You're home all day, so you can take care of the kid, right?
You know, why do you think I can take care of the kid just because I work from home? My workload is the same as before. I have to work like hell to finish it. Of course it's impossible.
I knew it.
Huh? What?
I thought if I told you in advance, you'd say you wouldn't do it, so I didn't dare discuss it with you.
Of course I wouldn't. I mean, it's not that I don't want to. I'm just saying it's physically impossible. I'll talk to the company about the situation, and I'll take care of her today. But will she come to our house to pick her up? I mean, does she know where we live? Did she say what time she'll be here?
I didn't ask her what time, but she said she wants us to keep her for the rest of the month.
Huh? I thought it was just for today. And that's still more than 3 weeks. I can't have that. And it's going to be a problem with my work. Besides, I've never raised a child. You know that. So why did you take her in? And where is she?
You ask too many questions. You're annoying.
Huh. Suddenly I got this child and I don't know what's going on. Of course I have a lot of questions.
Okay, she went on an overseas trip.
Huh. Traveling. For almost a month. Leaving her kid behind. If she really wanted to go, she should have taken her kid.
She's been raising a child by herself. I think she just wanted to be alone and enjoy her freedom. Don't you get it?
I don't even have a chance to talk to her much at all.
You know, she has already left for overseas. You can't complain about that now, can you?
What? You make it sound like it's my fault. Is there anyone else who can take care of her? I want to discuss what to do starting tomorrow, so come home early today.
Oops. I almost forgot to say something important. I just remembered.
What's important?
I'm going on a business trip for the rest of the month. I've been so busy I forgot to tell you.
What? Don't forget to tell me something that important. And for a whole month? You're not going overseas, are you?
I have to go from one place to another all over the US. And I don't even know when I'll be able to move on to the next place, depending on how the work progresses.
Why now? If that's the case, I wish you hadn't taken her in. Isn't it terrible to just leave her with me?
You're the one being cruel. What do you mean, leaving her with me? She's my sister's child, so stop complaining and help her.
I can't do this alone. I've never raised a child before. I'll talk to Susan.
Absolutely not.
Huh? Why not?
She is old but still working, right? And she's been busy at work and not feeling well. We can't rely on her.
I see. So we can't rely on her either.
Don't worry. You are responsible and you can manage.
I don't think it's that simple.
Janet, I've just got to the station. I'm going to a client's office now, so I won't be able to text you. Then I'll count on you.
Hey, Bob. It's been a week since you left her with me. I've tried to call you several times, but I can't get through. And I sent you texts. They went unread. What the hell is going on here? I had no choice but to tell the company about the situation, and they understood me. They agreed to cut back on my work until she came back, but at the very least, you should ask me how I was doing. I'm at my limit. I've never raised a child before. No matter how much they've cut back on my work, it takes me so long to do anything. And even when this child cries, I don't know what she wants. Every day goes by so fast. And the next thing I know, the date has changed. I don't get to go to bed until 1 a.m. I'm so anxious that I can hardly sleep. My parents are gone, so I have no one else to turn to. I can't take it anymore. Bob, please text me. Susan, I heard you're not feeling well, and I'm really sorry to bother you, but I have something I want to discuss with you. Is now a good time?
Janet, it's been a while. Of course, feel free to talk to me about anything. Also, I was wondering, what do you mean I'm not feeling well?
Bob told me that you're not feeling well. He told me not to worry you. I really wanted to talk to you sooner.
Why did he say that? I'm fine.
Well, I'll ask him about it later.
Talk to me about what? You can tell me anything.
Actually, I was taken to the hospital and had to be hospitalized.
Hospitalized? What happened?
About 20 days ago, Bob left an unknown child in front of our house.
Huh? Why would he do that? Who the hell is that child?
I didn't know what was going on, so I immediately contacted him. He said it was his sister's child.
What? My daughter's child? That can't be true.
He said she went on an overseas trip. He wants me to take care of the child since she's raising her on her own. He says she should go on a trip abroad to relax. I have a job, and I said no, but I am now working from home. He said, you should definitely be able to take care of her. I'm going on a business trip for a month starting today. I'll count on you. I had never raised a child before, and I tried to do it my own way. I couldn't sleep for days on end, and I collapsed from exhaustion. I'm really sorry, Susan, but if you're not too sick, would it be possible for you to take care of the child until I get better? I've always had confidence in my health. I never thought I'd be hospitalized. I think my body has reached its limits.
I'm going to ask you one more time to clear my head. Your sister-in-law is my daughter, right? Bob's sister?
Yes.
My daughter is still single, and of course, she doesn't have any kids.
Huh? Then whose child is she?
I'm confused too because I just heard this for the first time, and I don't know whose child you were keeping. All I know for sure is that she's not my daughter's. She lives far away from us, so I don't get to see her very often, but I saw her the other day, and she said she was trying to get married. She told me that she went to an obstetrician and was told that it was difficult to have children, but she said she wants to get married as soon as possible and try to have a baby.
I'm getting confused.
Janet, where is that child now?
Right now, a colleague of mine is taking care of her for me. When I collapsed this morning, I knew I had to protect the child. I called my colleague in desperation, and she left the office and came to my house. She said, "I'll take care of the kid. Your job is to get well." She even called an ambulance. She saved me. But she has a family too, and I can't cause her any more trouble. Janet, I'm on my way. Can you tell me your friend's address? Just tell her I'm on my way. I'll be there in 3 hours. Are you sure? It's pretty far. This is huge. I'm worried about you. Besides, you are going to need a change of clothes in the hospital. If you allow me to come into your house, I'll bring your clothes to the hospital. Susan, that would be really helpful. You don't have to worry about anything right now. I just want you to focus on getting better. I thought you should have called me sooner, but my son said I was sick, so you were very considerate and didn't call me. I'm so sorry. Don't apologize, Susan. I'm grateful to you for just coming here right now. I can only thank you. Thank you for saying that. Janet, I think you should get some rest. I'll call you when I get to the nearest station. You can lie down until then. Thank you very much. I will do so.
Janet, I'm home. You're not working? Don't slack off when you say you're busy. Hey, Janet, where are you now? I won't forgive you if you drag her kid around for your own sake. Yeah, I called you to apologize. I was so busy with work that I didn't even notice my phone was off. When I turned on my cell phone, you called me and sent me messages a bunch of times. I must have received nearly 1,000 messages. I was stunned. If you see this message, contact me immediately, okay?
Bob, you little...
Mom, long time no see. What's up? Did I do something?
Don't play dumb. I know everything.
What are you talking about?
I heard you just got home.
What? How do you know?
Because I'm with Janet right now.
What? I'm at home right now, but you two aren't here. Where the hell are you?
I'm at the hospital.
What? Hospital? What the hell is going on?
She collapsed from exhaustion and was hospitalized.
Huh? Seriously?
You know she's never raised a child before. You forced her to take care of the child. Besides, she's working too. You thought she'd take care of her because she's responsible and kind, didn't you?
That's...
You didn't want me to find out about the affair, so you made it impossible for her to rely on me. You said that I was sick. How can you lie about your mother being sick? That's really disgusting. And you pretend that she's your sister's child and you're on a trip with another woman? Your sister's still single and has no children. How can you lie like that?
I was on a business trip the whole time. I'm sorry about the kid and I lied to you. But don't speculate and say things like that.
Are you saying the business trip was real? You swear you didn't lie?
Yes, I swear.
You're helpless.
What?
That girl is the daughter of your ex-girlfriend from college.
What? Why?
I figured it out just by looking at her. She looked exactly like your ex-girlfriend. I had no idea you were still talking to her. How could you betray Janet like that?
Well, where's the kid?
She's with us.
Good.
She's a good girl. After Janet collapsed, I live at your house. I've been taking care of her. Janet must have taken good care of her these past few weeks. She wants to go to the hospital every day to visit her. So today, when I came to the hospital with her, I got a text from you. How did I know you were on a trip with your ex-girlfriend? Because I contacted her parents.
What? You're kidding. How the hell did you know their contact information?
Janet has friended your friend from college on social media who came to your wedding, so I got in touch with him through there. I reached out to someone who knew your ex-girlfriend well.
And you went to all that trouble?
I only connected with him this morning. Your ex-girlfriend is a single mom now. Her parents were told that she and her daughter were going on an overseas trip with her boyfriend. It never occurred to them that she was dating a married man, and that his wife was taking care of their grandchild. They cried and apologized over and over again. They're going to pick her up at the hospital. You should come to the hospital right now. I'm sending you the hospital's website now. It'll just take 10 minutes to get here.
Oh, no. You guys know everything. Then I don't want to see you too.
You're so pathetic. Why did you turn out to be like that? Maybe we didn't raise you right. Just come to the hospital. If you don't come, people will never forgive you.
Okay. I'll be there.
If you want forgiveness, leave the house now.
I'll be right there. Mom, you tricked me. I was leaving the apartment to go to the hospital. Suddenly, a couple of guys in black grabbed me and put me in some kind of crazy car.
Oh, thank God they got you.
What's so great about that? Where are they taking me now? Who are these scary-looking people? They're taller than me, and they've got muscles too. Seriously scary.
Have you ever heard of XYZ?
What? They're famous for reforming delinquents, but they're rumored to be very strict. They're going to take me there?
Well, yes, but it's a proper construction company. Actually, the president of that company and your dad have known each other for a long time. Dad told him about you and asked him to rehabilitate you. He said, if you're asking me, I'll do it.
No way! I have to work!
You're lying to me again. You got into trouble at work. You quit because you were too uncomfortable staying there. You took your severance pay and went on a trip with your ex-girlfriend. I know that.
You know all that too?
You need to get whipped into shape. You're not getting out of there until you're decent. It's useless trying to reach us. And you can't even contact us because they'll probably take your cell phone away in the first place.
They'll take my cell phone too? I really don't like this. Somebody, please help me.
Susan kept supporting me and I was able to leave the hospital. I asked a lawyer who knows my in-laws to file an alimony claim against Bob and his ex-girlfriend. The divorce was finalized. I was forced to take care of her child and had to be hospitalized because of it. I was paid a higher amount than the average for alimony. His ex-girlfriend's child will be raised by her parents. She is working diligently under the supervision of her parents' relatives' company every day. She is earning for the alimony she owes me. Bob's alimony will be paid to me from the salary he earns from his hard work at the construction company. I hope that his working hard every day at the company makes him reflect a little on the way he treated me.
Nancy? Come on. I've been calling you since a while ago and you're ignoring me? Hurry up and answer the phone.
I thought I was getting several notifications. It was you, Sarah. I've been busy all day and couldn't answer the phone. What on earth do you want?
What's with your attitude today? I came all the way to the country. Why should I be kicked out? I'm going to charge you for the hotel, transportation, and everything else.
You even charge me money after behaving in such an insane manner?
Huh? What did I do?
Today was my mother's funeral. Wearing a red dress to the funeral? What kind of nerve do you have?
Oh, is there a law against wearing a red dress to a funeral?
I don't care about the law. It's insane.
It couldn't be helped. It was the only dress I had.
Don't tell me you don't have mourning clothes.
Don't make fun of me. I have mourning clothes.
Then why did you bother to come in a red dress?
It's only my daughter-in-law's mother's funeral, so it doesn't matter what I wear.
What?
I hate plain clothes. My husband is dead now, but he was an executive at a big company, you know. As the wife of a former executive, I want to be glamorously dressed at all times.
Unbelievable. What's more, you saw us crying in memory of my mother, and you burst into laughter, didn't you? All the relatives were pissed off. We all wanted to send my mother off quietly, but...
What's wrong with laughing?
It's not appropriate to laugh at a funeral.
Because it was so funny. I couldn't hold back my laughter.
Huh?
Your tears were just an act anyway, weren't they? You're happy inside because your mother passed away, and you're going to get a big inheritance, aren't you? Why do you look so sad on such a happy day?
I beg your pardon?
If you're so happy, why don't you smile more? You look like an idiot for fake crying.
My mother was a housewife, so her inheritance is not much. Even if she had left me a large inheritance, I don't know how I can smile when I lost my beloved mother.
Oh, excuse me. I forgot that your parents were poor, weren't they? So there's no way you can receive an inheritance, huh?
It was a mistake to invite you to the funeral just because you were my husband's mother.
Then you shouldn't have asked me to come in the first place. Anyway, I wasted all that money on transportation and hotel room because you kicked me out. I'm going to ask you to pay all the expenses I paid.
Sarah, do you have something against my mother?
What?
You wore a red dress and started laughing hysterically at her funeral. Obviously, you're harassing my mother, weren't you?
Oh, I have nothing against your mother. I never saw her outside of weddings and funerals. The last time I saw her was over 10 years ago.
Then why did you do such a terrible thing?
I was punishing you.
Punishing me?
You seduced my precious son.
Huh?
I was against your marriage. Kevin insisted that it had to be you, so I had no choice but to approve the marriage. But the truth is, I didn't want a woman at the lower rung like you as my son's wife.
A woman at the lower rung.
You're a high school dropout, right, Nancy?
Does a high school dropout mean I'm at the lower rung?
Nowadays, if you're a high school dropout, of course, you're at the lower rung. You didn't have the money to go to college, so you left high school and started working, right? On the other hand, my family has been highly educated for generations. Some are doctors, some are executives. They are all highly paid elites. If a poor woman like you comes into my family's prestige would fall.
But you're a housewife, right? I don't think a housewife is elite or high class.
Shut up! I supported my husband behind the scenes so I didn't have to work. Anyway, I didn't want my son to marry you. I wanted to find a more suitable woman for my son.
I can't believe you're saying that now. Kevin and I got married more than 15 years ago.
But it's still not too late, right? Kevin is still in his 30s. Fortunately, you two don't have any children. I'm going to have Kevin leave you as soon as possible and remarry a young lady of a decent family.
So you're trying to get Kevin and I to break up? Is that why you acted like that at the funeral?
That's right. I made you want to quit being in our family. Nancy, you looked at me with a red face and trembled. If you don't want to feel like that again, you should divorce Kevin.
I see. So you were doing it on purpose. But I don't think Kevin has any intention of divorcing me.
Why not?
Because Kevin was appalled by your clothes and attitude. So I think it's you who's going to be cut off.
Don't be ridiculous. It's a miracle that the family at the lower rung like yours could be related to a brilliant family like mine. It's just a passing fancy that Kevin, an educated elite, chose a woman like you. I bet Kevin will wake up one day and say he's divorcing you.
Please don't mix him up with you, the insane mother. He apologized to all the relatives on your behalf.
No matter what Kevin says, I'll get him to divorce you. In the meantime, I'll charge you for my travel expenses and the dry cleaning of my dress. Let's see. Altogether, you can pay me $10,000.
What? I don't understand. Why do I have to pay for the dry cleaning? Of course, I'm not going to pay your travel expenses either.
You saw me tripping in front of the funeral hall, didn't you? Thanks to that, the muddy water from the puddle splashed on my dress and stained it. You deserve to pay for the dry cleaning.
Well, that's not my fault, is it? You tripped because you wore ridiculously high-heeled shoes. That's why you tripped.
Oh, are you jealous of my nice high heels?
Excuse me?
Come to think of it, you wore low-heeled plain shoes at the funeral, didn't you? You're poor. That's why you only have such boring shoes, right?
I'm just trying to be mindful of the occasion. People don't wear fancy high heels to funerals.
Go ahead and snap at me while you still can. Kevin will throw you out one of these days. The day will come when you'll cry and apologize for challenging me.
That's not gonna happen. I'm getting tired of talking to you, Sarah. The funeral just ended and I still have a lot to do. Now if you'll excuse me.
Wait, you're running away? You'll pay for my travel expenses and dry cleaning, right?
No, I won't.
You must. Next time I see you, I'll make sure you pay.
I don't think there will be a next time. I don't intend to see you ever again.
Oh, it's my birthday next month. Are you not going to come to my birthday party?
I'm sure you won't be happy to see me.
That's not true. The more people, the merrier. I'm planning to rent a big venue again this year. I'll make sure you will be there too.
You made fun of me so much and now you want me to come to your birthday party? How selfish can you be?
As long as you're Kevin's wife, I need you to attend all family events. Please keep your schedule open. And don't forget to bring the money for my travel expense and the dry cleaning. Nancy? Hey Nancy, I haven't heard back from you. Well, are you trying to ignore your mother-in-law? You cheeky woman. You can't disobey me.
Nancy, can we talk now?
Yes, sure. How's it going over there?
Well, things aren't going very well. I texted you to tell you I might not be able to come back yet.
Your mother is so stubborn. Well, considering how she behaved at the funeral, I'm not surprised.
Your folks are still mad, aren't they? I'm really sorry I put you through that too.
No, it's not your fault. They're all still pretty angry, and I think that's natural. I told everyone that you rushed to your parents' house to protest. Everyone says that, unlike your mother, you're a man of integrity.
I see.
but it's going to be difficult to get my mom to apologize. When I told her to apologize to your deceased mother and the bereaved family members, she said she'll think about it after I get divorced. I don't know what that means.
She wants you to divorce me. She said she didn't want a woman at the lower rung like me to be your wife.
What's that? How can you be a woman at the lower rung?
In her mind, a high school dropout equals a person at the lower rung. And since she was kicked out in the middle of the funeral, she wants me to pay for her hotel and transportation. She also wants me to pay for dry cleaning since her dress got dirty because of me. And even when I said no, she still insisted that I bring the money to her birthday party. It's just absurd, and I just ignored the texts.
I'm sorry for having such an insane parent. She used to be a better person when my dad was alive.
Your father was a sensible man.
Ever since he left, Mom started to be selfish, as if the restraint has been lifted. So for now, Nancy, you can ignore everything my mom says.
I understand. You're going through a lot, aren't you?
Yeah. It's fine for me that she says this and that to me because I'm her son. But I'd never thought she would act like that at your mother's funeral. I'll try my best to convince Mom to apologize to all of your relatives. Nancy, where are you now? It's my birthday party today, and you haven't come to the venue yet?
I'm sorry, Sarah. I don't remember promising to attend your birthday party.
I told you to come on the funeral day.
I can't make it today.
What? Why?
We're having a family gathering today in memory of my mom.
Oh, well, that's good timing.
What?
Bring all the relatives and come to my birthday party.
What?
You can always have a gathering in memory of your mother. My birthday only comes once a year. You should make it a priority.
I can't do that. I haven't made any preparations, and neither have the relatives around me. It's so sudden.
You don't have to make any preparations, just get here. Kevin says he can't come to my birthday party because of his work. It's better to have as many people as possible. The venue is Restaurant A in front of Station S. Bring your relatives right now. And don't forget to bring the $10,000 I asked you the other day.
That's absurd. We don't even have the time to change.
Why do you have to change?
Because we're here to remember my mother.
So what? If you don't show up, I'll really make you divorce Kevin.
What? Are you still saying that?
I don't want a woman who disregards her mother-in-law.
I can't believe this.
You should be thankful that I invited you to my birthday party in the first place. I'll show your poor relatives what a high-class party is like.
Fine. There are 15 of us here. We're all on our way there now.
Oh, now we're talking.
Well, we'll be relentless.
What?
No, it's nothing. It'll take about 30 minutes to get to Restaurant A from here.
I'll be waiting for you, so be as quick as you can. Nancy!
Sarah, what's wrong?
Hey, what's going on? What are you guys wearing?
Mourning clothes.
Ugh. Why were you wearing mourning clothes to a happy birthday party?
Well, you wore a bright red dress to my mother's funeral, so we dressed according to your standards. Is there a problem?
Don't be ridiculous. Kevin came later on and even he had changed into mourning clothes too. What's going on?
I think that was Kevin's way of expressing his feelings.
What?
No matter how much you don't like me, wearing a red dress and high heels to my mother's funeral was just insane. Furthermore, You never said a word of apology to us. On the contrary, you asked me to pay for your travel expenses and dry cleaning. You asked me for money.
I couldn't forgive you, the uneducated woman, for taking Kevin away from me. My husband is dead and I live alone. I wanted to get my son back no matter what.
But when I went to greet you and your husband before Kevin and I got married, you and your husband agreed to our marriage. At that time, you said my educational background didn't matter. You also said you're happy that Kevin was going to have such a nice woman as his wife.
That was a lie, of course. I was just pretending to be an understanding mother-in-law for my husband's sake. You showed up with all your relatives in mourning clothes. I was embarrassed.
But it was you who told me to come right away, and that we didn't have to change.
I did say that, but I didn't expect everyone to be in mourning clothes.
It's a memorial service for the deceased, so it's natural that we would be in mourning clothes.
Why would you hold such a gathering on my birthday in the first place? I told you beforehand to keep your schedule free for my birthday party.
Actually, this plan started a month ago.
Huh? What does that mean?
It was Kevin who came up with this plan.
Wait, Kevin was in on it too?
He was planning to punish you, since you didn't even apologize for the trouble you caused at my mother's funeral.
That's terrible. I can't believe you're harassing me in such a roundabout way.
Do you now understand the anger of my relatives whose funeral was ruined? You looked so miserable when you saw us dressed in mourning and started to panic. I'm sure my mother in heaven will be comforted by this.
What an evil woman!
Don't worry, Sarah. I won't have anything to do with you anymore.
Oh well, so you're divorcing Kevin then?
No, I'm not divorcing Kevin. Kevin said he's cutting ties with you.
Oh no.
After you caused the commotion at my mother's funeral, Kevin apologized desperately to my relatives. And I'm sure he tried many times to persuade you to apologize, but you never listened to him. You wanted me to put your birthday before my mother's memorial service.
I get it. I'll apologize. I'll make a sincere apology, so please give me back Kevin.
Kevin is right next to me now. He says, I'm not going back to my mother. I don't think of you as my mother anymore.
Oh no. I can't believe that my son is taken by a woman at the lower rung. Oh, you don't have to pay the $10,000 I was charging you. I won't do anything to make you poorer than you already are. So please, don't tell me you're cutting me off.
About that, Sarah, you assumed that because I was a high school dropout, I was a poor woman at the lower rung. But actually, I'm holding a position at the company.
What?
Is this really such a surprise? I've been in the workforce for almost 20 years now. It's not that surprising. By the way, my salary is about the same as Kevin's.
No way.
And you look down on my relatives, saying that they were a family at the lower rung. It's true that many of my relatives are high school dropouts as well. But some of them have worked hard, and as a result, they have achieved a higher position within the company and became executives. Some have succeeded in business and became presidents of large corporations.
Wait, that's not what I heard at all.
It's nothing to brag about. I'm not like you, who thinks that your husband's status equals your own. Kevin and all of my relatives will cut all ties with you from now on.
Wait a minute, Nancy.
Well then, goodbye.
Nancy!
After that, Sarah visited my parents' house to apologize to my relatives. She also made a sincere apology to my mother's memorial portrait. and she pleaded with Kevin to somehow hold off on cutting ties with her. But Kevin's will was firm. He told his mother that he would not have anything to do with her and would never visit his parents' house again. Sarah seemed to be completely depressed because her beloved son had abandoned her. She no longer sends me harassing messages like she used to. She's now spending her old age alone and lonely in her spacious house where no one visits. As for me, I sometimes visit my parents' house with my husband. My father, my husband, and I have dinner together. My husband seems to get along well with my father, and when I see them talking happily like a real father and son, it makes me smile too. I'm sure that my mother in heaven is happy to see us getting along so well.
Samantha, I need to check something.
What is it?
Tomorrow is hospital day, right?
Yes, it is.
I almost forgot about that. I was just about to make a reservation for a movie I wanted to see.
Sorry, I should have checked with you earlier.
It's okay. I didn't make any reservation for the movie anyway. I'm not going to shrug off a trip to the hospital.
You know, before we got married, we used to talk about seeing a movie at the theater once a month. We haven't been able to make it happen, but...
That's right. It's already been a year since then. Time flies.
Yeah, you're right. I still want to enjoy our life as a married couple, but I'd like to expand our family.
I'm sure our kids will be adorable.
I think you're going to spoil them for sure. I can't believe how cute they are even before they're born.
Don't you ever think about how it feels to be a parent now?
I do. I guess this is how our parents felt when they were expecting us.
I think you're right. I have to thank my parents again.
I agree.
Well, I'm almost done with work, so I'll hurry home.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you.
Samantha, is today your part-time day?
Good morning, Dahlia. Yes, it's part-time day today. Is there anything you want me to help you with?
I've got some delicious travel souvenirs from our neighbors. I thought I'd share it with you. Want to come pick it up on your way home?
Wow, thank you very much. Well, I'll stop by there after work.
Okay, sure. By the way, it's already been a year since you guys got married. How time flies.
Yes, it has. I was just talking about that with William.
By the way, when are you guys going to increase your family member?
I beg your pardon?
I'm talking about having a child. I'm looking forward to the birth of my first grandchild.
That's right.
Some of my friends already have grandchildren. They all said that grandchildren are so cute. When they say that, I can't help but look forward to have one too. I wonder if it's almost time? Maybe you're already pregnant?
I'm afraid not.
I knew it.
But I'm so happy that you're looking forward to it. I'm sure the baby will be very happy when he or she is born.
What? Doesn't that mean that you're pregnant? You don't have to hide it. Just tell me honestly.
No, I'm really not pregnant yet.
Oh no. Don't give me weird expectations. Anyway, now that you're married to my son, you need to give birth.
Yes, we're looking forward to having kids too. But it doesn't always work out the way you think it will.
Well, that's a good point. But I'm looking forward to hearing some good news soon.
I understand. Is now the right time to talk?
Yeah, it is. What's up?
Well, I stopped by your parents' house today on the way home from my part-time job.
Why?
Before I left, I got a message from your mother. She said she wanted to share some delicious souvenirs, so she asked me to come pick them up.
And then?
That was great, but she kept asking me when we're going to have kids. She's really looking forward to the birth of her grandchild. I'm very happy for her, but it stings somehow.
Geez, she's talking nonsense again. I can imagine what she said to you. I'm sorry if she offended you.
I know your mother is looking forward to the birth of her grandchild, so I don't feel bad about that. But I feel sorry that I can't grant her wish yet. I'm feeling a little down in the dumps, so I decided to text you.
Mom has always been a bit of an airhead, you know? That's why she tends to hurt people without a second thought. It's obvious if you think about it a little. I'm not busy anyway, so don't worry about talking to me when I'm at work.
You're right.
We've only been married for a year, right? Let's slowly increase our family member. That's fine.
Yeah, sure. I feel better now that you said that. Thank you.
My pleasure. Anyway, I'm sorry about what my mom said to you. Samantha, can I talk to you now?
No problem, Dahlia.
You know, one of our neighbors just had a baby.
I see.
Babies are so cute. Even the stranger's child is so cute. I bet it's even cuter when it's my own grandchild.
I can understand that.
So, the mother was taking supplements to help her have a baby sooner.
Supplements?
Now, there's such a great thing as fertility supplements.
I guess so.
She said that the supplements were probably good for her. I was surprised when I heard the price, but it's worth a try, isn't it?
What? Are you telling me that I should take those supplements?
I'll pay for them. I'll buy them for you and you can start to take them.
Dahlia, I appreciate your concern, but I can't make a decision about the child on my own, so I'd like to discuss it with William.
You can just ignore him. Because he's not the one who's going to get pregnant. It's you, right? So you need to make your decision.
Yes, but it's an important decision, so I don't want to make it alone.
Well, I've gone to the trouble of telling you I'll buy those for you. You're wasting people's kindness.
I'm sorry, Dahlia. I'll talk to William and get back to you.
I'm saying this for you, who's going to give birth to my grandchild, but you're not even grateful for what I've done?
I'm really sorry for that. William, can I have a word with you?
Yeah, what's up?
I just got a message from your mother, and she said that one of our neighbors just had a baby.
I wonder who?
I didn't get the name, but apparently she was taking fertility supplements. I heard that it was effective.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, your mom asked me if I wanted to take the supplements.
Of course you said no, right?
I wanted to say no, but I couldn't say no without thinking about her feelings. I told her I'd talk to you and get back to her.
She really shouldn't have done all that. She's so meddlesome.
I heard that the supplement is very expensive. She said she would pay for it if it was for her grandchild. I don't feel comfortable.
I understand. I'll turn her offer down softly on my part.
I feel kind of bad. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize, Samantha. Don't worry. I'll make sure to tell Mom.
Okay.
Samantha?
Hello, Dahlia.
How's it going? Are you pregnant now?
Oh, Dahlia, my period comes once a month, so I don't know yet. And I don't think I can get pregnant that quickly at the right time.
Well, then, shouldn't you be the one to call me?
What?
You know I want grandchildren, right?
That's true, but I don't think it's a good idea to report a pregnancy that hasn't even happened yet.
What's with that tone? You're making excuses because you can't have children?
That's not what I meant. I think William told you that both of us have talked a lot about having children. So could you please be patient with us?
Huh? I recommended supplements to you, but you refused my kindness. Besides,
It's not natural for you to report to me about my grandchild. Of course, as soon as I find out I'm pregnant, I'll let you know. But I'm not at that stage yet. Are you sure you want to have William's child? The child you will give birth to will be my grandchild. Of course, I want to have William's baby. Then, if you don't work hard to have your first child soon, you'll be old in no time. Wait a minute. Are you in financial trouble? No, I'm not. Yeah, I know about that. William is making enough money to support you. It's not about financial problem. Then what is it? You two have been married for a year already, so it's about time to have a baby, right? That's right. I've been talking with William about that as well. Please don't say anything and watch over us for a while longer. Wait a while longer and keep an eye on it. That's all you've been telling me. How long are you going to make me wait for the birth of my grandchild? You're going to end up in failure because you don't listen to me. I've had enough. I'm sorry. Hey, Samantha. Sorry, Dahlia. I was cooking and didn't notice. Is there anything you're not telling me? What are you talking about? Put your hand on your chest and think about it. I really don't know what you're talking about. Stop pretending. Why did you hide it? Hide what? You're pregnant, aren't you? Why do you think so? Miss Thompson, who lives in front of her house, saw you coming out of the OBGYN. She said she was sure because she remembered your face so well. Why didn't you tell me? Just because I came out of the OBGYN doesn't mean that I'm pregnant. I'm sorry I didn't meet your expectations. I'm not pregnant. Huh? How much longer are you going to make me wait? I can't promise you when I'll get pregnant. Your attitude really irritates me. If you can't have children, divorce my son right away. I want a grandchild. Divorce? I have no intention of divorcing William. You're so brazen. You say you want children, but you're not making any effort. That's not true. You're the reason I still can't have grandchild, right? Well, I'm sure that's true. William wants to have a child, and I don't see my grandchild. You don't deserve to be my son's wife if you can't have children. It's not decided yet that I can't have a child. It's just that I don't seem to have the right constitution to do it right away. So can't you wait? No, I don't want an incompetent wife for my son. Because if he divorces you and remarries a woman who can conceive right away, I'll have my grandchild soon. Please stop saying that. No matter how long I've been waiting, you're still not pregnant. So I was looking for someone new for William to marry. There were a few women who looked good. Samantha, please divorce my son right away. Are you serious? Of course. I've told you many times that I want grandchildren as soon as possible. And yet, it's your fault for being so laid back forever. I can't divorce William for such a silly reason. Silly reason? Samantha, be respectful of your words. You're the one who needs to be respectful of your words, Mom. My wife is not a childbearing machine. Huh? Is that you, William? I've been standing by Samantha's side the whole time, watching the entire exchange. Is that so? But it's just like what I said, right? We talked a lot about the pregnancy. We couldn't have a baby, so we went to the hospital together. Then, I found out that the problem was not only with Samantha, but also with me. What? So we went to fertility treatment together. Oh no, I didn't know that you're also infertile. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? Because I thought you and Dad would be worried if I told you. We talked about continuing the treatment, and if we couldn't have a baby, I was planning to discuss about that with you and Dad. I asked you, didn't I?
I asked you to stop asking about the pregnancy. Did you? Stop fooling around. You've been driving my wife crazy, you know that? You've got it all wrong, don't you? Don't play dumb with me. I've heard everything from Samantha, and I've watched the whole exchange. Then let me get to the point. Huh? I still think you and Samantha should get a divorce. What are you talking about? If you're infertile, you'd better find a woman who can get pregnant. Are you insane? What? Of course not. Me and Samantha are not childbearing machines. Do you want me to go through a series of divorces and remarriages just for the sake of having a child? Enough is enough. I don't like the way you said that. I'm your mother, so don't be rude. If you are a mother, you would understand. Understand what? How Samantha feels. As a woman, don't you ever think about what it would be like if you were in her shoes? Because I'm not infertile and I was pregnant right away. I don't know how Samantha feels. I see. I understand. You finally understand, don't you? That's my son. I'm going to cut ties with you, Mom. From now on, I'm no longer your son. What are you talking about? Do you even know what you're saying? I want a grandchild with all my heart. I want you to take back what you just told me. I'm not going to do that. You just think of us as baby-making machines. I can't call you a parent if you think like that and bully my precious wife. What a thing to say. If you do that, I'll never be able to hold my grandchild. What choice do I have? That's how bad you've been treating us. You don't deserve to hold our child. I'll never let you hold the child. You can't do this to me. Why should you say such things to the mother who raised you so well? I don't even want to talk to you anymore. William, wait!
Dahlia, I'm afraid William doesn't even want to talk with you anymore.
Huh? What are you talking about? It's your fault, isn't it? Do something about it.
Well, I don't know if I can help you. William was so angry that even I can't handle it.
This is not the time to be talking like that. It's your responsibility. You're the one who should convince him.
I don't think I can.
What? I'm about to lose my son because of you, okay? You are the worst person in this entire world.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't give birth to your grandchild right away.
Are you kidding me? If you're sorry, go and convince William now.
I can't. To be honest, I'm relieved that William decided to cut ties with you.
Huh?
Your repeated attacks on me were making me quite mentally unwell. I know it must be difficult for you to accept the fact that I can't get pregnant right away. But it is really painful for me, for not being able to have a child when I want it so badly. It makes me want to beg God. That's all I want to tell you.
Samantha!
And I just got a message from William about our pregnancy and our communication with you. William is going to tell his father, who is currently on a business trip, all about it over the phone.
What? To my husband? Oh no, he's going to get angry with me.
You knew your husband would be angry with you, but you didn't stop bullying me. Then you should receive a severe scolding from him.
What?
Your husband seems to be very angry with you.
No way.
Your husband loves William and me very much. He said he will never forgive you for hurting us to the depths of our hearts.
Is my husband that angry?
It seems so. I didn't speak to him directly, so I can't tell you how angry your husband is. But William and your husband are talking loudly and excitedly about something.
What? You should talk to my husband instead.
Why?
Tell him that what William just told my husband is a misunderstanding. That I'm being kind to you. Say so to my husband. Clear up the misunderstanding properly.
Dahlia, it's not a misunderstanding. It's a fact. William seems to have told your husband correctly. There's no need for me to speak for him, nor is there any need for me to explain myself.
What a cruel person you are. I knew it was a mistake to let you be my son's wife. I've had enough already.
Please don't worry. As of today, I will cut ties with you. I don't think we will see each other again in the future. Thank you for the short time we've been together.
Wait a minute. What about my dream of holding my grandchild?
I don't know about that. You ended that dream by yourself.
Hold on a sec. Samantha, I apologize. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I don't want to lose my son and grandchild.
That's hard to do. William is so angry with you. It doesn't look like he'll change his mind. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Oh no, wait!
After that, Dahlia was scolded badly by her husband. He told her not to get any closer to me and my husband. Dahlia, who was so arrogant, is now stuck inside the house crying her eyes out. I couldn't help but burst out laughing when I heard about that. She had always been unable to understand other people's feelings and had a tendency to hurt people without a care. My father-in-law said the experience would be good medicine for her. And since we don't intend to see my mother-in-law in the foreseeable future, we decided to take the plunge and move out. As soon as the environment changed and the stress from my mother-in-law was gone, I found out that I was pregnant. Needless to say, William and I shed tears of joy. I don't intend to let my mother-in-law see the baby after child labor, but I have told my father-in-law where we're living now, so he will come to see our child secretly. I pray that one day I will be able to take my child to see my mother-in-law.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.